All right, thank you for the nice introduction, Kat. As you know, this webinar is all about college. And if we were chatting 20, 25 years ago, the idea of college for students with significant disabilities, particularly if those students had labels of intellectual disability, would not even be a topic of conversation. But thankfully, things have changed, and I'm very excited to, if not introduce this idea to you, at least provide you with a variety of resources for thinking about, planning for, and then possibly making college a reality for your students. So by the end of this webinar, I hope that you will be able to state several reasons why students with significant disabilities should go to college and how they might benefit from that experience. I believe in our advertisement for this webinar, we said I was going to provide you with 8 really concrete action steps that people can take in order to prepare students for college, but I think there are at least 10 that I'm happy to share with you. And then finally, as I mentioned in my introduction, I will provide and share samples of some of the most up-to-date resources for your students, students' families, and for those of you who are working with students. So the resource that is absolutely the #1 place to go if you're interested in exploring the idea of college for students with intellectual disabilities is called Think College. And the thing to notice, I don't know if you can see it very well, but the website for Think College is thinkcollege.net. And this is a website that is hosted by a group of researchers at the Institute for Community Inclusion at the University of Massachusetts in Boston. And many years ago, the Institute on Disability worked really closely with the folks that are associated with this project. And they're just doing really high quality work. The folks at UMass Boston are currently serving as the National Coordinating Center for college programs for students and adults, actually, with intellectual disabilities. So while you can certainly find a wealth of information on their website, I think certainly if you're in the New England area, you're close enough that if you wanted to take a trip down to ICI at UMass and meet with one of the project coordinators, particularly if you wanted to make that trip with a group of students or families, I'm pretty sure that they would be amenable to that. So on the Think College website, there are videos, sort of inspirational videos, where students themselves are speaking, where their families are talking about the benefits, and where faculty and administrators from colleges that are enrolling students with more significant disabilities are talking about the benefits of that particular policy and practice. There are lots of student stories. Some are just narrative text stories, but others have videos along with them. There are a number of information briefs that can answer your questions from everything from financial aid to what the enrollment process is. There's a really great feature on the website for people to be able to locate a particular college, and that can be done by the name of the college or by the location. There are webinars and self-paced learning modules. They're all free, although for some of them you do have to register ahead of time. And again, just a wealth of resources on pretty much all the questions that you, your families, or students might have about college.